What's up, everybody? It's your boy once again, Serpent 20 Gaming, back with another video. Uh, Hit me up on all social media, websites, the description. All that should be in the description box down below. I just started up my Beam account. Um, for those who may not know, I also play on Xbox. I'm playing Mass Effect Andromeda at the moment. Not where I'm not too concerned about live streaming that. Until I get people to follow me on that channel. So just feel free. Serpent 20 is the name. So just hit me up on that. Follow me on there, and you'll get some more live streams on the Xbox side. I just got all those intros out the way. I'm just gonna get right into it, man. A lot of people making videos nonstop about GameStop. You know what I mean? And we all have our gripes. I want to believe that every gamer, whoever went into a GameStop to purchase anything, whether it was hardware, software, you name it, we always, I know most of us, if not all of us, came to at least one of these types of problems where all these malpractices kept coming up. It got to a point where GameStop is like really trying to stay relevant, but it's just not. It's just not gonna follow through, man. And bearing with this new news that just broke, like I think maybe a week ago, I'm just gonna start out and just give you guys my overall thoughts of the whole situation with the whole company in general, and also give you just a few examples of some of the malpractices that I personally had to deal with when it comes to a GameStop. And mind you, this is why I have not fucked with them in the past 4 years. I've been going all digital for damn near 3 to 4 years. Just letting you know. I can't remember the last time I picked up a physical copy of a game, whether it was on the PS4 side or the Xbox side. You know what I mean? And just to let y'all know, like in my honest opinion, GameStop is going to be soon to cease to exist in the real world. They're either going to be bought out, or they just going to be too far in the red to even try to salvage anything, and they just not gonna be afloat. They're just gonna sink to the bottom, and and then a couple years from now, it's gonna be forgotten that there was even a GameStop. And it kind of sucks, you know, in a way, for those who may be in the area where that was your only spot, that was your only place to get physical copies of games and shit like that. I feel bad for those type of people, but you know, as long as you have the internet, there's always uh, Amazon, um, Best Buy. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? And like for Amazon for in general, you can literally have your shit mailed to your house. So there's no point. There's no hassling. There's no them trying to haggle you into buying um, insurances on games and extra shit you don't fucking need. You know what I mean? Just to play a part of that circle of life program that they were all in. We all know about it. They all been involved in this shit. And this is why I told people, like, since I found out about that, I told people like I don't even fuck with GameStop. Mind you, I haven't fucked with them years prior to that. But I'm just looking at it like, yo, they just gave me even a more of a reason to not even fuck with them. Where they try to, if I remember right, if I remember correctly, they tried to get people to buy used copies of games, and I guess in turn, I guess it's a bigger commission or a bigger revenue for GameStop in general. They will hide the new copies, tell customers that they don't have any, and tell them that they just got used copies of games. Now, if you're like me, back when I used to buy physical copies, I always want my shit brand new. I never wanted a used copy. I don't even care if you had that was the only copy you had in the store. Like truly, genuinely, if you only had a used copy of a certain title, and I needed that game, I needed that title right there, right now. Trust me, chances are I wouldn't buy it. I wouldn't buy it. I'd be like, oh, all right. Either I move on to another retailer or just say fuck it and buy it digitally at the end of the day, because you'll never hear that a digital game is ran out of stock. You feel me? And since then, I felt like, yeah, I've been going full blown digital, and it's better to be digital on PlayStation because they don't tax you the way Microsoft does when you buy things digitally from them. So they give you $60 straight out, flat out. There's no $4.19 or $5 of whatever in change, and you're basically just paying for the actual copy. You're paying for that manufacturing costs and shit like that. So I basically cut out that middle person and flat out buy shit digitally just to cut that whole bullshit out. Now, for those who may be listening on this video, only thing I want from you guys is to like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and let me know your thoughts in the comments about this thing, man. I've been watching a few other YouTubers. I don't know the exact number because some say it's 150 stores, some are saying it's 250 stores. So I'm going to just narrow it down to the middle and say 200 stores, give or take, worldwide is shutting down. And I believe the CEO of GameStop, I forgot his name, came out and basically tried to PR the damage controlling and all that bullshit. But basically, it's between like the things that GameStop goes through on a daily basis. Now, my only gripe before all this shit, my only gripe was the fact that they would hire employees that either are casual gamers or they just don't fucking game. And sometimes you like to test these guys' knowledge, right? Like you go in there, you act dumb, you pretend like you don't know anything. Like, you don't know what an exclusive is, you don't know what certain games do, and you know what I mean? And you try to see if they even remotely come to be accurate into telling you or even guiding you to anything, you know what I mean? And most of the cases, correct me if I'm wrong, people who may be listening on this video and commenting down below, tell me, have you ever came across a GameStop employee? You ask for a certain title, you know it's an exclusive for that certain platform, and they come out their asshole and say which platform? That should be griping me, because I'd be like, yo, like, you work at a retailer that distributes games, whether they're new, whether they're used. You supposed to know this shit. You supposed to have your research. So let's say a grandma or anybody who don't know games, like if they were to ask these direct questions that they may not know, and your job is supposed to like inform them correctly on things, you would never know. You're basically going on, basically, I'm assuming y'all go by hearsay, maybe what y'all boss are telling you, maybe y'all pick up a Game Informer mag and y'all just skim through that shit, yeah, like. And I feel like, yo, this was long coming. Now, do I feel bad about the employees? Sure, I feel bad about them. Um, they might lose their jobs and shit, and they have to move forward and all that other stuff. I think that's the only thing I feel bad about. But the GameStop company in general, no. Like, you had this shit coming to you for a while. I'm on it. I'm surprised and shocked as fuck that you guys even last this long. The way the shit going, even with that Circle of Life program, I thought that was the nail in the coffin, but you guys are still trying to hang on. Now, obviously, they can't compete with Amazon and Best Buy. Those are the two heavy hitters of competition that will give you better deals, better trade in value, um, all those things, you know. So you bought a brand new game for $65. Let's say you played it and you beat it for like 2 days. You decide, okay, I'm gonna go return it because there's no way it's gonna go back into my console. It's gonna collect dust. So I might as well get like some form of value back and probably put it towards another title you may be interested in or getting. And they give you like bum change, yo. Like they give you like $8, $9, $6. Now people say, yo, it did improve by a small percentage. I think about a year or two ago, but like I said, I haven't been into a GameStop in like fucking 3 to 4 years, so I wouldn't know. I only going by what media has told their audiences and shit like that. It only raises up like a small portion. So I'm saying what, an extra $2, an extra $3. Now, mind you, they don't even give you half. Hell, they don't even give you 25%, I don't think. And it's like, yeah, it's less than 25%. They basically give you I want to say 20%, some probably less than that, 15 on certain titles, especially if they're brand new titles. Knowing damn well they gotta just slap the fucking use label on the bitch and fucking put it back on that shelf and wait for a sucker to come in and be like, oh, we don't have no new copies, but here's this used copy. And instead of giving you that shit for like maybe $30 if it's a full retail game, or $35, just to tax it a little bit higher than 50%, they flat out tell you, look, it's $53. And it's like, damn, you're basically only saving like $10. To me, you think it's worth it. I don't think it's worth it, but feel free to leave y'all opinions in the comment section once again. And yeah, shit it's just crazy, man. It's crazy. Now GameStop, you're better off just partnering with one of your competitors. Digital, even though it's not full blown here yet, it's growing and it's rising. I can attest to that. Because I am a full blown digital consumer, right? I get my shit online, digitally, through the consoles or even through Amazon with a digital code. They even provide codes on Amazon. So it's like, why do I have to get up to go to you guys and deal with you guys' fuckery? I would never do it. And people who are wise and smart enough know they not doing that shit. You're only going to get those suckers, those people that don't know any better, or the people who don't have no other retailer and they desperately need that physical copy. Hell, if that's your preference, do you. I'm not going to take that away from you guys, but I feel like, look, if you guys know me, you guys would know Bo Brady. You know what I mean? Like, I know that dude in the real. He's also a YouTuber on here. You feel me? Me and him one time went through all kinds of shit with GameStop, man. All through types of shit. Now, I stopped fucking with him. He still does. For whatever reason, I don't fucking know. I tell him, look, I ain't doing that shit. Especially when I feel like these consoles are going to go push towards more digital than physical. They too want to cut out the middle guys so they can get straight profit. And again, as a business, you can't really blame them. And as long as I be able to play my games right there, and that's another thing. When GameStop decided to do midnight launches, now I went through a few of them. I feel like the last one I went to, was back last gen for Elder Scrolls Skyrim, right? Elder Scrolls Skyrim, and The line was fucking dummy long, like 500 people deep. I kid you fucking not. Thank God I was like number 11 on that bitch. But you know what I mean? It was a lot of people. But it's like the process of that shit of going there before they close, finalize your receipt, then go do what you got to do, come back like around 11:30, 11:45. Depending on the GameStop, depending on the situation, depending on how they set everything up, you're out there waiting out there in the door if the line's long enough, because you know GameStops is their stores are not big as fuck and shit like that. So you fit a good 20 people in there. The rest is out the fucking door. And you know, who wants to wait till midnight to grab that copy just to rush home and install it? And then depending on your fucking internet speed, you're going to be waiting for at least an hour if it's fast as fuck, or a few hours, maybe a whole damn day if it's definitely that fucking slow. But it's like, yo, who wants to get up and go out there? And if you have work in that following morning, it's like, yo, you don't want to stay up just to play. You're only gonna be able to play for like maybe 2-3 hours. At least digitally, at least you're at home. As soon as midnight drops, you can fucking hit the confirm button on that title, and you're good to fucking go. You know what I mean? So yeah, there's some of their malpractices, man. I'm telling you, yo, they're gonna go under if they don't partner with somebody, or they don't turn this shit around, which that's a small glimmer of hope that they can possibly do it, but I doubt it's not going to be reachable enough where they're going to be in the they'll be in the black. You feel what I'm saying? They're not going to be in the black dummy quick overnight type of shit. So it's like, yo, you got to understand, dog. Like GameStop they always going to do what they do, regardless. You see how they try to pump up the brakes when Microsoft announced the DRM thing when they were revealing the Xbox One. They were worried that they won't get their trade-in value because, you know, um, Microsoft initial idea was that you couldn't reuse old games and stuff like that. And they had a shit storm, you know what I mean? They're like, well, you got to do that bullshit, you know, then we're not going to hold your merchandise at our stores, and you know people is not going to be able to get their Xbox One through them and all that bullshit. So they had a I feel like between that and the backlash that they got from the gamers, it's like, you know, so they cut that shit off, even though they trinkle a little bit of that DRM on a few titles like Destiny for one, where you constantly have to be online, like one of those games, For Honor, like things like that. So you know it's still here, it's still coming. It's just not going to be full steam like Microsoft initially was trying to do with their Xbox One back in 2013. So therefore, it's going to come one day where everything's going to be digital. I feel like, in my opinion, it's going to come to a time where they say, look, you want back compact games, uh if you bought those digitally, they're yours. As soon as you sign in, you set up your account on the newest platform they have, whether it's Sony or Microsoft, the PS5 or the Xbox Scorpio, or even the one beyond that one. You know what I mean? They're gonna come to a point where they're gonna say, look, everything's gonna be digital. You're only gonna get back compact games if you bought those games digitally, and those who have physical copies gonna be asked out and shit like that. And you know what I mean? And it's gonna get to that point, and then what GameStop's gonna do then? Now I understand they try to get into other um what's the word I'm looking for? Other types of merchandise is like cell phones and tablets and stuff like that. But I don't know about you. I never go to a GameStop to be like, I need a fucking phone. I need a cell phone. I need a smartphone. I need a tablet, right? I need an iPod, right? I never go. I'm not thinking of GameStop when I think of these items. I always think of Best Buy. I'm always thinking about Amazon. I'm thinking about even Walmart. I'm thinking about like other retailers that I know for a fact is going to carry these items, not a game centric retailer. You know, for other devices that may or may not have to do with the traditional console or PC type of gaming, unless you're dealing with those mobile games. You know, you're not thinking about getting a cell phone at GameStop and setting up some kind of uh contract with them and stuff like that. And I believe you did, but I think they were doing that, but I'm not sure about that. But I know they were doing trade-ins for those things, and it's like, well, why are you dwelling in that? Now there are a few YouTubers out there that was trying to come up with ways that they can be saved, and another idea pops in their heads, like saying that, well, make it more of a community type of experience, right? But I feel like those only work for like battle card games and, like, you know, your Yu-Gi-Ohs, your card fight Vanguard, your future card buddy fight, like those type of games, the anime battle cards, like those. I feel like those, like a GameStop would be perfect for those type of places to commute and trade cards and battle each other and stuff like that. For when it comes to gamers, like most people are either going to be on the go with their mobile device, whether it's a 3DS, a Vita, or a Switch, or they're going to be at home playing their home console, which is the Switch, the PC, PS4, Xbox One. For those who want to communicate with other gamers, they have online friends for that. I don't think people is going to try to meet in the real just so they can go to each other houses and play online together on a game. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think that would save them. Um, so what do you guys think? Can they be saved? I don't think so. Let me know in the comments. I know I ramble on long enough, man, but it just goes to show this is like my second time I had to come out with a video about GameStop. GameStop is not, they're not there for the gamers, man. They're more trying to hustle, trying to get people to get them money. And you know, you might say, look, all businesses are out to make money and try to get people for their money. Yeah, I understand all that, but when it comes to gamers, I feel like you should treat us a lot more, because you'll get I feel like you'll go a long way to treat gamers um with more respect, more trying to be honest with them, you know what I mean? Let them know the deals and let them know, like, look, you can get this, you can get that, half price off. They'll keep coming back. They'll tell friends, they'll tell other gamers. Those gamers will come to your store, especially if you have a better deal than your competitors, which I know you can't do because most of y'all revenue is based on used games and buy and trade-ins and stuff like that. And it's like you have to set up this way. Now employees came out, stepped forward, and tell people their experiences of working with them. I almost bought that book because I almost worked for these kind of guys, and it's like, yo, if I was the one that was in their position, I would be pissed the fuck off. um Not only that, it's like YouTube is just on an ongoing full steam ahead with these types of GameStop videos, and it's not going to end anytime soon. We're going to hear a lot more from them, especially when they start closing down more stores worldwide, as well as when their physical year ends up, and we find out those numbers of what they sold, what they didn't sell. They start blaming others. They point the finger at other people, like Microsoft and Sony. They talking about, oh, well, I think Microsoft in general, because they said, oh, the reason they were in the they're in the red the last physical year was the fact that a lot of games were being pushed into the holiday, and they didn't get as much revenue as they would hope, thinking that a lot of people just gonna have money to burn and buy 4, 5, 6 AAA titles, and within those few 2, 3 months of the holiday season. And it's never works out like that. We always end up saying, why the hell Microsoft do that anyway? Why you can't stretch them out like Sony's doing? or Nintendo's trying that now with the Switch. Every season they coming out at least one AAA hitter from them. So, and they're trying to flush out with their indies in between all that. So you see Nintendo's trying, and they learn it from their mistakes from the other two consoles. Yet alone, Sony's been doing this shit every year and getting numbers, whether their titles are niche, low crowd, those type of titles, whatever. They're still pushing numbers. They're still selling. Their units are still pushing. Their hardware is still, at a steady pace with the PS2, which is their highest selling hardware ever since its inception. So that's it, man. Let me know what you guys think, y'all. I know it's been a minute since I did a commentary video. I want to give a shout out to No Games Productions, man, or No Play Games Productions, man. If I mess up your name, I'm sorry. I apologize. I'm gonna give you a big shout out, man. You've been liking, retweeting, sharing my videos. I really do appreciate it. I hope this shout out, I'm just letting you know that I appreciate what you've been doing with my content. And that's it, man. Keep up the good work, man. I really do appreciate it. And also, that's it, man. I'm out of here. What y'all think about GameStop? Let me know. I want to know everything, man. Let me know. Whatever's on your mind, I don't care if it's negative, positive, just as long as it's relevant to this topic, just let me know. All right. Twitter, Beam, Google Plus, PSN, Xbox Live, those communities on those platforms, all in the description box down below. Hit me up on there. Let me know, man. Let me know what you guys think. I'm out of here. Peace out. Have a good one. This has been your favorite gaming commentator as well as your favorite gaming entertainer. Peace out. Have a good one.